So, as we explained before, these are our 3 treatment ideas, and we're just going to go through them again and just get more of your views on what's good and what's bad, and yeah. So, our first one, as we just spoke about, is about the girl by herself, and we're going to film it as if it's just her looking at a mirror, and if it's her looking through her eyes. So, we really like your ideas, what you think wouldn't work with that, and what you think does work.
I think what would work with that is if she looks through the mirror, there's a variety of ideas, and maybe
So you like it, but you think there should be more shots?
yeah, more shots.
Like more angles,
Yeah.
more this, okay.
And what do you think about it if it's the camera's looking from her eyesight? So, it would be as the camera is her eyes trailing down her arms.
Yeah, it'd be quite cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
I like that.
And then our second treatment idea was going out and seeing loads of people around, just saying maybe get their shots before and after. We say like something nice to them, incorporate that in as well with a focus maybe on one character or so. The idea is flowing around, but do you think it'd be hard to get the permissions of all those people?
Yeah,
Do you,
because you want a few people, so it'd be
Yeah.
quite hard.
We've won quite a few people. Okay, so then our focus is then, do we do loads of people, or do you like having one person?
You don't want to just take one person's perspective, you want a few people, but then again it'll be hard getting their permission, so maybe just stick to the one.
Stick to the one.
and then that leads us really nicely onto our third idea, which is one person but lots of different editing, lots of different shots. We think this would be the one if we did choose this idea, where we'd do colour isolation, where we'd do maybe bits of animation, like different editing techniques. Do you think that would work, keep someone's interest going?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
And do you think that do you think it could get a bit boring, or do you think that it would keep someone's attention going throughout, with if we keep moving the shots and not keeping it just on one long shot?
No, I don't think it'll get boring. I think it'll be good.
So you like the idea of the colour isolation,
Yeah.
you like the idea of paint, and you
Yeah,
like the
'cause-
idea of one person.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
So
So everyone will do that.
So what I've got from this is you also like multiple angles and you like to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your
Perfect.
feedback.
Thank you so much. Hi, so we've just gone through 3 of the ideas off of camera, and we just want to get to know your ideas, what you think's good about them, what you think's bad about these 3 ideas, and
What
yeah.
you like and everything. So number 1.
Number 1, we spoke about it was the mirror one.
Yeah.
So yeah, go for it.
I mean, it's quite a good idea, like the mirror reflecting, all these kinds of things, and then you can also show like visuals with the lyrics and all that. But I think it could be quite boring if it's just that, like it's kind of repetitive, it's just like, oh, nothing's really happening in the video, and then if I'm seeing something like that, I'd like switch it off and just like listen to the music. I would something more like interactive and more like you want to watch it, which is why I think the third idea is much better, because with that one you can put like animated stuff, and then like the colours like are more out there, and I think that's, I don't know, much better.
Yeah.
But the second idea is also quite good, because I like more people, and then you can see more people, but I think that's harder to get.
So some of our feedback has said that from other people that the idea of one character can get boring. Do you agree or disagree, or do you think with the right effects and with the right idea it can work?
I mean, I've seen lots of videos with just one character, so I think it can work well, depending how you do it. If there's like interaction and something else to look at, not just her, then I think it'll be fine.
Fine, thank you. So for number 2, do you think you're going to get bored of watching people's reactions throughout the whole 3 minutes, or do you think it could be a continuous thing?
Probably a continuous thing. Like, if there's the same thing over and over, it's just, yeah, it will get boring. Like the first one, I don't think it will be like much to it.
Our third one,
It's with one person again. We like the idea of using one person and their reaction to society's pressures. It will be in black and white, we're thinking, if we do choose this one. And we're toying with the idea of lots of different editing techniques and things. It'll be different from the first one we've spoken about. It won't be just from her perspective. It'll be from...
definitely more conceptual.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of... It's going to be very conceptual, I think. It's going to portray it's going to show something, and I think it's going to be left up to interpretation of the audience as well. But definitely with our own message in mind. But with conceptual videos, that will always change. But yeah, can we just get some of your feedback on that?
I think it's good having a message. That's always like really good to have in a video, like something behind what they're showing. I also like how you use different techniques, so it's not just boring. Like, oh, you know the Justin Bieber video? What do you mean? You know how he has like all animated stuff and like going on whilst he's singing. I think if you do something like that, that would be really cool. Like, or like just like animated stuff. That'd be quite nice.
Thank you. So we're definitely going to watch that video, take some ideas.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for feedback. That's been amazing.
Thank you. So we're really interested in your feedback over the 3 treatment ideas. I think we're going to start with number 1 and just get your feedback, what you think, if you think it will be work out, anything. So
Yeah, so I mean, with number 1, I wasn't so sure on the mirror idea because I thought it was quite repetitive. And I found that if I was watching it for a long period of time, for 3.5 minutes, I'd probably get a bit bored. And it's just the same technique over and over again. So I'm not really sure how the audience would be able to connect with it. So yeah, I think maybe using other techniques would really help.
that's a really good idea, and I think we'll definitely take that into consideration when.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So number 2, is there anything you think?
Yeah, so I thought because a lot of people would be needed, it's quite hard to get people to give their consent. So, I mean, I'm not really sure how many people you'd actually get to fulfill the amount of people needed. So maybe focus on one person like the first technique, but obviously adapt it so that the weaknesses for technique 1
So
could
you
be
like,
improved.
so you like the idea of having one person, not multiple
Yeah,
people?
I think that really helps.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Okay.
you. And your feedback on number 3?
Yeah, no, I thought that one was definitely the best out of them all, because I thought that the idea really, you could really get the idea across, and a lot of the names on the body, obviously, it's how some people in society feel, and I thought that it really helped.
So you like the message behind
yeah,
it? You
the
thought it was
message
quite
was really
strong?
clear.
Do you think that would work with the target audience?
Yeah, I think the target audience would really understand.
And you wouldn't get bored of watching it?
No, I thought it was really good.
Okay,
Thank
perfect.
you very
so
much.
Okay, so we've just explained the ideas to you. What are your thoughts on idea number 1?
It's good that it focuses on one person, but it might be a bit like not as much detail in black and white, so it might be good to have like different shots.
So you think a variety of angles, shots
Yeah.
make it more interesting?
more intriguing.
And what about colour? So you don't think there should be any colour? Do you like some colour?
Some colour.
Some colour.
Yeah, that might be a bit more interesting.
And what about the idea of using a mirror in the point of view? Does that get boring? Does it?
I think it's quite interesting. Like maybe it could be done in a different way.
Fair enough. Okay, thank you. So what are your thoughts on our second idea? This is the one where we film people's reactions. And yeah,
I think it's good because you see from another point of view
but do you,
and not just a person.
what do you think, what do you like about it? What do you not like? Because you sit there and watch a whole
It could
3
be a bit
minutes.
boring if it's just that.
Yeah.
So it might be good to have a bit more like,
Maybe if we had that
Story.
incorporated with one person.
yeah.
So again, have a focal one person, but move it around.
So you like the idea of following one person's story rather than loads of people's?
Yeah, because you get more into it. With other people, you'll get confused.
Fair enough. Okay, so then our third idea, this is the idea of the colour isolation. So we'll have a person with bad words on them, and then we're hoping to drip paint down. It's quite a conceptual video, getting rid of the words, and then the paint will be reversed, so it will go upwards and unveil nice words. This would hopefully be in black and white with a little bit of colour. Again, focus on one person. What are your
I
thoughts?
think it's good because it says a story about someone's thinking, but done by the eye of the camera, as if it was their eye.
Yeah,
I think it's quite interesting to watch. I think it would look really good.
so you like the point of view shots?
Yeah.
And do you think you get bored? Do you think it needs to be something else? Do you think
Not
it needs
if
to be a
it's done
performance?
correctly.
Fine.
Like if it's a story, then yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your feedback.
Thank you. Hi, so as we said before when we explained to you, these are our 3 treatment ideas. We just want to go through them again with you on camera. Just let us know what you like, what you don't like. And yeah, so we'll start with number 1, where we told you it's very much from her point of view, mirror-based, camera is her eyes, and we'd like to get some of your thoughts on what you think is good and bad.
So I think that the first idea, it could work like with the shots of her view, but it could get a bit boring of just watching like point of view shots of the whole 3 minutes. The audience would probably want some more more shots.
So that one would be in black and white. Do you think that would add to just being a bit boring with that? Like, good if it's black and white, but there's lots of stuff going on, but bad if it's just her,
I think
like we said?
the black and white could work, but not for the whole thing. If you could just probably.
So you also think a mix of shots and not
Yeah.
all black and white?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So our second one,
Yeah.
we talked about how it's a lot of people, how we just want to get lots of people's reactions. But again, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think would work? What may not work?
I think. Wait, I forgot what this one is.
So
This one's we're taking the camera out into the streets and we're telling people that they're beautiful and we're filming their reaction.
Oh, okay.
So it will be 3 minutes of pretty much that.
we may also include some shots that
Some
like
other
focus it around
shots.
one character and then keep going off and back.
Yeah.
But again, it's still like in the beginning stages of this.
Yeah, I think that could work, but again, it's a bit. It's all right, but I think you need to have more, like, I don't know,
More of a structure.
more of a structure. You need to have more of a structure.
And do you think having loads of people is a good thing, or do you want like one person?
I think one person would be great, just because it's a central point in the video, and too many people is too distracting.
Do you think it could also be quite hard to get too many people at different points?
Yeah, maybe, but
And would it be harder to portray the message if there's so many people? What do you think? Or do you think it's the opposite? Do you think it would be better?
just have one person. I think it's better to have one person. That's the central focus, and that's all you need, not any others.
Perfect. So our third one is it is with one person. We're thinking about doing it with black and white, possibly using some colour isolation
Some
skills
colour paint.
with paint and just make it interesting. It'll be a lot more mixture of shots. Probably the most conceptual out of our three ideas.
Yeah, I like that. It's quite creative. I think that's what a video needs, to be creative and it's entertaining for the audience.
So would you enjoy watching that? Would you enjoy watching a bit of a conceptual video where there's a bit of a
Yeah.
mismatch of scenes and shots and
Yeah,
angles and everything?
Yeah, much more.
Anything bad to say on it, or?
I think don't overdo it, but like do it enough so you get the concept. But yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your feedback. So we have three treatment ideas that we've just shown you, and we'd really like to get your feedback on them, what's good, what's bad, and just overall your points, because you are part of the target audience group we are trying to reach. So the first idea, it's about the mirror, and as we explained before, it's mainly from her point of view and perspective. So yeah, take it away.
Well, from my opinion, it's quite a good thing, but it's sort of something you'd add to the sort of video, like so you can see a bit from perspective, because if it goes on for too long, it could get boring, and also it's quite hard to do the eyeline thing, and like sort of hard for people to follow as well, and also like time consuming to do all the mirrors.
So you think it's going to be too hard to follow? It should be a part of a video,
I
if
think
not
it
the
should
whole
be like
video.
an added extra to it, so like it's sort of it's a bit more creative, but making the whole video from that sort of perspective
Gets
can
boring.
get boring.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. So the second one was about all different people, us going out and talking to different people, and yeah.
So obviously it's hard to get permission from everyone. Also, like holding the camera, you get less of a focus and it can be quite shaky, but sort of like a few shots of that could like add to it in a way, like just like the mirror idea. And also like you might not get the answers you want from people, and also quite a few people probably don't want to participate as well. It's a nice idea and it's quite creative. Yet, as I said, it's something you'd add in. Also the whole idea of like speaking over the music, it could sort of take away from like the feel of the video.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, so our third one was the one with the paint. It is one person again. So
What are your thoughts on it? Any?
The focus on the one person is actually quite a good idea, and the whole idea of the paint dripping down and being reversed is really creative and does make you think, and also like it's appealing to look at. It's sort of like interesting, sort of would catch your attention, and it's also technically like difficult, so it's amazing that you can do that. I wouldn't know how to do that, to be honest. It's just sort of like a well-rounded idea, and sort of takes in like aspects of the other ideas you've made, and sort of like makes it like
Okay. Well,
perfect. Thank you so much, and we'll come back to you if we have later on in the process we think if we have any more ideas.